Hey guys, here for another video. Today we're looking at someone special. We're looking at Selena Powell, JK. This is literally a clone of her, if you guys know who she is. I saw this girl, I'm like, oh shit, Selena Powell got bigger, like not in terms of fatter, but like her neck got longer, her arms got longer. I was like, damn, what's testosterone is she in? But again, I just noticed it a little bit more, and I was like, oh, it's just another girl named Chantal Danielle. So shout out to her. Shout out for Selena Powell for spawning all these little minions that look like her. Again, I'm not too into the whole like fake sex doll plastic look. Like when she dies, she's not going to be recyclable, you know what I'm saying? She's either going to be cremated or thrown in the garbage. So if you're into the whole fake body stuff, you're probably going to like her. I personally don't think it's attractive, but nonetheless, it was a request, and I do take every request when I can. That being said, I want to talk about her social media a little bit, just to show you guys how she promotes herself, and then just get right into her OnlyFans. So, in terms of social media, she does have almost 500,000 followers. Obviously, she promotes herself as a sex object, right? It's like, oh, wow. Anyone that says, oh, wow, I like her for her personality, it's like, I don't know about that. I mean, her personality isn't being shown, and you can always tell by the captions. If they have some inspirational caption while looking like a hoe, 1,000 billion% they suck dick on the side for money. Like, that's like no doubt. That's like a fucking fact. So if you're interested in that, awesome. I will say something kind of interesting is that she has a guy in her OnlyFans named Big Key. Kind of interesting. He's a BMXer. Hopefully he's getting paid to fuck on camera. He has a BMX OnlyFans. So hey, shout out to that. He's innovating. I hope he's making money off BMXing. PSA, side note, I'm pretty sure he's not. If you're fucking on camera while you're like doing this whole BMX thing, here's my theory. I'm pretty sure he pursued BMX. He's really good at it, but he's like, shit, I'm not making any money. And then he found this girl that does OnlyFans. He's like, you know what? I might as well make some bread, get some decent money out of her. He's probably not gonna wife her. I just can't see a man wifing a girl like this, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, because they always say high value man. Maybe he's not a high value man. I'm not saying I am either, but hey, you know, do what you want to do. She does have a TikTok. I definitely think it's worth looking at, because some of her videos are kind of TikTok like in OnlyFans, but we're gonna dive a little bit more into that. Let's get right into OnlyFans. So right when you get it, it says 18 plus adult content vids plus all uncensored photos. It's exactly what you're hoping for. New fans get 33 vids DM'd when they subscribe, as well as access to hardcore vids and photos in my feed. Yeah, I'm glad she's being explicit with the hardcore vids. That's great that she's, you know, sends 33 videos on the DMs when you subscribe. I have yet to get those 33 videos. She said she does send a lot, but it wasn't 33. One thing I would like to say, and I've said this with other people, it's like I'm glad you're being explicit of hardcore videos, but what is it? Is it boy and girl content? Is it girl and girl content? Are you sucking dick? Are you sucking toes? Are you eating ass? Like, be some explicit. You know, I want you to be descriptive, and also kind of like ratios, right? And I see this with Patreon, where the person will be like, oh yeah, uploading 2 podcasts every 2 days. It's like, okay, cool. I have an idea of how consistent you are, and specifically in her case, it's $25 a month, and I was like, god damn, that's a lot. That's a good membership, gym membership, depending on where you live. So I personally think the price is a little too much. Obviously, that is my opinion. If you think, you know, paying for porn essentially is worth it that amount, then go ahead. But again, I'm gonna dive a little bit more in depth about what the content is, but I do wish the description was just a little bit more specific. But I'm glad she's at least admitting there is hardcore videos and photos on her feed. Now in terms of numbers, there is 983 photos and 234 videos. Now in terms of photos, if you want to see nude, you're gonna see her nude. If you want to see her fucking vagina, you're gonna see her vagina. You're gonna see her entire fucking body. Now when I saw the pictures, I was like, wow, this is literally a sex doll. I remember when I was a kid, I saw this movie where like the Barbie became like a real life model. I think Tyra Banks was in the movie, and when I saw her, I was like, oh shit, it's kind of like the reverse. Like the real life woman is turning into the doll. And I was like, that's kind of crazy and ironic that, like, you know, times have changed so much where people are becoming literal Frankenstein's, Barbies, toys. She literally reminds me of Slappy the Dummy. The next thing I'm waiting to see is like strings attached to her and she's like moving like a little puppet. But again, pictures are cool. I don't think they have much impact, because obviously if we've seen your tits 500 times, what's the 1,000th time of me seeing your boobs gonna do, right? Unless she's doing something crazy where she's like, check out the plastic oozing out of my tit. Again, pictures, A for effort, but I personally don't think they're really worth that much, especially when you're paying $25 a month for a subscription. Now for the videos, there is 234 videos. PSA, I only watched half of them. I'm not gonna waste my time watching every single video. I think it's a pretty good indicator and a pretty good assumption that if the most recent 100 videos are XYZ format, then the rest are probably XYZ format, right? As time passes, your OnlyFans is going to get better, so it only makes sense to look at the most recent ones. Now, off that sample size, the longest video is 10 minutes long. The next video is 9 minutes long, and she has a lot of videos in that sample size. I'd definitely say about 40% of them that are over a minute, which is great. I like it, but she does have a lot of videos that are only a couple seconds long, and this is what blows my mind always. Like, she has a couple videos that are 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Like, what made you, what was the process in your mind where you're like, you know what? I'm gonna make a 10-second video today and post that. It's like, you could probably do a little bit more, right? Be a little bit more consistent with your numbers, be a little bit more consistent with the content. But hey, I'm glad she has a couple videos that are pretty long. Now, in terms of those videos that are pretty long, it is a lot of solo content and boy and girl content. That's great. I'm glad she has boy and girl content. I wish she was a little bit more consistent with the boy and girl content. Off the 100 videos, I'd say about 20% of it is boy and girl content, which I personally don't think it's enough, especially when that's like your gimmick, right? Like, my body is my gimmick. Me getting fucked in the ass is my gimmick, but yet I'm only gonna make about 20% of the videos that I have. Again, based off that sample size, something that my viewers can probably watch and enjoy. Now, if you want to see her play herself, that's great. I personally don't think her OnlyFans is that good. Again, this is just my opinion, just because it's very amateur, right? When you go to porn, there's like amateur porn, and then there's professional porn. There's Ava Adams, and then there's a girl next door sucking a fucking dick behind the trash can. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends on what you like. But in terms of amateur porn, if we're gonna not consider, like, you know, lighting, if we're not gonna consider good quality, if we're not gonna consider professionalism, then her OnlyFans is pretty good. I just wish there was a lot more boy and girl content. There's just a lot of solo play and a lot of her feeling herself. So if that's something you like, then go ahead. But I personally think, you know, she should do what she's doing, but do it at a higher frequency in terms of the boy and girl content. Now, in terms of DMs, she does offer a lot of videos in the DMs. That's great. I always say there's nothing wrong with selling videos in the DMs if your base sub is decent. I think her base sub is getting to be decent. It's like I said, if she has a lot more boy and girl content, in fact, out of the 100 videos, if 70 or 80% of it was boy and girl content and all the videos were at least a minute long, I would say that's a pretty good indicator of a good OnlyFans, but it's not like that. But again, it just really depends what you're searching for. But if you want to be a long-term subscriber, I personally don't think it's worth it. She does have a lot of videos in DMs, like I said. They're kind of expensive, $20, $25, $25, $30, and I get it. Her management might come to me, her fucking boyfriend might come to me. Hell, she might even DM me and say, it's just $25, it's not that much. Think about it in the average perspective, right? Like, I make 6K a month. She's probably making 20K a month. They have the next guy over there making like 4K a month. Again, expensive and pricing is relative, but I just don't see the value spending $30 constantly in these videos when I personally don't think the quality is that good. Resolution's good, but in terms of like professionalism, I don't think it's that good. It's very, very amateurish. If the OnlyFans worth it or not, if you don't mind her sucking a dick and looking it through a fucking phone, and you don't mind the amateur porn stuff, in fact, that's what you personally like, and you really are attracted to her body and you want to see her get fucked, then I would subscribe to her OnlyFans for a month, but I just don't see it long term. And in the base sub, just like there just isn't much content that would stimulate you for more than a month, in my opinion. But I will say, like always, that is my opinion. I just don't think it's worth the $25. If you want to find a Selena Powell 3.0, again, there's millions of clones like her in the world. You can probably find a better OnlyFans that's cheaper, that's more consistent, and better in every single area, unless you specifically like Chantal Danielle. For whatever reason, again, there's no outstanding quality about her. Fake body, tats, you can find it. That's like literally, it's like going to the Dollar Tree and trying to find candy, right? It's just fucking everywhere. So if you just search literally on Pornhub, tattoo fake girl, you can probably find millions of girls like her. So I just don't think it's worth the price, in my opinion. Like always, guys, please leave a comment below for any suggestions. I will look at every single one, even if they're shit and even if they're expensive like this one. Like, goddamn, $25? That's so much fucking crayons in the dollar store. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. But hey, this is a request and I try to honor my viewers as much as possible. Google form description, like always. I do look at every single request, and you know, I do appreciate every single sub. Like, we're getting close to the 10K subs. I swear to God, I'm gonna go to ISIS and like eat some chicken with them, have a cookout with them or something. I don't fucking know. I'm pretty excited, and I'm doing something else. Like I mentioned in my last channel, where I'm doing a little bit of prank, so that's gonna be fun. I literally had a fake $100 bill and hot glued it to the floor in the city, and I just just saw people run for it and then rip it off, and I thought that was kind of pretty funny, because you know, if you see $100, whether you're rich or poor, you're gonna fucking die of that shit, man. That's a lot of fucking cheeseburgers. So I do appreciate you guys watching the video. Please hit that like button. Please violate that fucking sub button. Stick your dick down its throat. Come all over it so much that semen starts dripping out of their ass. And if I do not get those 10K subs within a month or two, I will kill myself. Later.